Welcome to another episode of Your Time Matters. I am your host, Tammeron, joining you here each week with a cup of delicious, healthy tea. And the magical ingredient that is in my teacup this week is actually fresh cedar clippings, which I brewed with some water to obtain the emotional healing benefits for this week ahead. So stay tuned until the end as I share with you why I chose to put fresh cedar in my teacup for this week. And of course, I've added a dash of raw honey, not only to enhance the flavor, but to give my immune system a great big boost. So each week, I'm here to guide you and educate you about what is happening in the astrological sky and how it may be affecting all of us down here on the planet on a personal and an emotional level. As a certified astrologer, I'm here to share that this week we are experiencing a new moon energy. And that's when the sun and the moon come together in the sky and it's dark out at night because they are aligned together. So, on an emotional level, what this represents is feeling introverted, where we feel like we just want to stay by ourselves, spend some time by ourselves so we can process what it is that's coming up for us. And we might be getting some intuitive downloads. So, as a spiritual alchemist, I always encourage people to journal in some form of another, whether it's a guided journal question or it's an open journaling area where you can just write down exactly what it is that you are thinking. And the reason why I'm going to encourage you to write this down, because this is something I do in my own daily practice, is that I come back 6 months later to what I've written down. And it's amazing and almost a feeling of magic where what that idea had that was initially rolling around in my mind, I processed it by writing it down, and bam, in some shape or form, it has actually shown up in my own personal life, whether that was in my business or even in my personal affairs. So, this is a very powerful process. If you have not tried this before, I'm going to encourage you to do so and to see what type of magic unfolds in your own personal life. And as promised, as a certified health coach, the reason why I'm using fresh cedar sprigs in my teacup this week is because cedar has the emotional healing property that makes you feel supported, as if you belong to something, as if you genuinely matter. And remember, when we focus on what it is that we are feeling, and we can balance anything negative if you're feeling unsupported with this new idea, then by using something that has the emotional healing properties from nature is what's going to allow you to transform any negative thoughts into feeling supported and in part of something. And when you feel a specific emotional energy, that's when you attract into your life the people and the opportunities that are going to help you get your ideas out there. And this is where the magic really occurs. And so I'm going to encourage you to try this. And if you don't want to make any fresh cedar tea, if you don't want to drink that, that's okay. What I'm also going to encourage you to do is to use some form of a high grade essential oil of cedarwood. Now, these are available in your local health food stores. They're also available online. And remember that cedar gives you that emotional healing property to feel supported in your endeavors. So if you've enjoyed the information that I've shared with you here this week, I'm going to encourage you to come back again for another episode of Your Time Matters. If you are a woman and you have been involved in some form of a toxic or an abusive relationship, whether that was in your personal life or even in your business, I'm going to encourage you to click on the link below, whether it's any of my social media contacts or even my private business email, and I will offer you a free 30-minute consultation over Zoom to find out if it's a win-win so that I can work with you privately or in a small group setting over the summer of 2023. I have some openings available. Plus, if you'd like to stay and work with me even more in depth, one on one, where you get the undivided attention, and working with me as a certified astrologer, where we uncover the information from your astrological birth chart. I give you that nugget, that spiritual lesson that you're genuinely here to learn in this lifetime. And it may have showed up in your relationship so that you can learn this spiritual lesson. And then, of course, you have an opportunity to sample some of the recommended herbs and teas that I am going to see as your remedy that are right from your astrological birth chart. I'll even give you samples of some very specific essential oils, and then I'm going to teach you how to use them properly. And also, that information is in my links below here, my Airbnb under Rustic Cabin in the Woods. So I'm going to encourage you to check it out, or if you even know someone who can benefit from my services, of course, I always have a 10% referral fee that I can give back to you to say thank you for helping me to be out there and supporting other people who can actually benefit from my services. Because over 20 years ago, I was actually a woman involved in a very abusive and toxic relationship. And it took me a lot of guts and courage to finally take that step and to leave that relationship. But what I uncovered was something very magical, and I had to learn something about myself. And so I kept repeating these patterns even after I left, because I didn't really understand the core root and the issue that I had to heal in my own self. And once I did that, that's when I attracted all kinds of magical and new people into my personal life and even in my business, so that I was really ready to flourish and to feel healed and happier and more confident. And of course, I gained that wisdom from that experience. And so this is what I can offer you as well. So again, click on the link below. I will offer a free 30-minute consultation using Zim, and let's find out if we can actually work together this summer in 2023 here in Northern Ontario. So thank you for listening, and I look forward to meeting you inside of my community. Cheers for now. Bye-bye.